What's going on in China? Because Chinese equity markets have been struggling a bit recently. Has the AI rally been helping out?
It is something actually that really helped in the session on Tuesday because we had names like iFlyTech, for instance, which creates voice recognition software. That company was up around 8%. So really those gains in the AI sector or those AI names, they did actually help the CSI 300 end the day flat. Of course, that doesn't seem so significant perhaps for other markets, but just China being able to close muted is a bit of a milestone there because we've seen those stocks and those indexes just so much under pressure. The reasons for that, of course, we've already discussed before, but things like a weakening external environment, domestic issues as well with the economy there, the yuan pushing past the 7 level with the offshore one, and then also issues around geopolitical tensions. So looking ahead to today, we'll see whether that rally can continue in those names. 8 shares, of course, in focus. We did see that index closing out just marginally in positive territory because we had been watching it for to enter a technical bear market instead, but we did get that drop in the Golden Dragon Index overnight of nearly 3%, so probably not another good signal. Looking at futures as well, suggesting we'll open a little bit to the downside.
How are the China PMI numbers going to factor into investor sentiment, given that we're getting them tonight?
Yeah, that's right, Sherry. Something else that's going to be really closely tracked in the session today, because what investors are really looking for is any sort of signal that there's been some sort of stabilization in the economy, or at least perhaps even an improvement. But the prediction that we're getting through from our Bloomberg economics team, and you can see here in this chart, this is the consensus call. But broadly, we're looking for further shrinking in the factory sector. That's also, as I said, facing that weaker external demand, declining shipments year on year. Also, services sector slowness expected to come through as well. And this was the period where we had the Labor Day holidays. That is typically a period where we see an uptick in spending. So this really all could together really push the case of further stimulus from the PBOC. Something else to be tracking in the session as well is just any sort of reaction around geopolitical tensions. And JP Morgan has been speaking about this ahead of their conference kicking off in Shanghai later today, saying that if we see further dialogue, it is something that could help improve the case for Chinese stocks. But they're also saying the bank's chief economist there for China saying that there is not really much of a case now for large-scale stimulus from the PBOC.